In a world filled with noise, expectations, and endless comparison, few voices have spoken as profoundly about the human soul as Carl Gustav Jung. He was a Swiss psychologist, a philosopher, and a mystic of the mind. His words are not just psychological theories. They are maps for the soul's journey toward wholeness. Jung reminds us that the greatest adventure of life is not found out there in the world. It's within ourselves. He once said, "Who looks outside, dreams. Who looks inside, awakes." In this single, powerful line, Jung captures the essence of human awakening. We are constantly searching for meaning, in success, in relationships, in recognition. But the truth is, what we seek has always been within us. To look inside is to face our fears, our shadows, and our hidden potential. It is the most courageous act a person can do, to meet oneself. Jung believed that every person carries within them two great forces: the ego, the mask we show the world, and the self, the deeper, authentic being that calls us to live truthfully. Most of us spend our lives trapped behind this mask, afraid to let the world see who we truly are. But Jung invites us to take off that mask and step into authenticity. He said, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are." Now, this is not a task for the faint-hearted. To discover your true self, you must be willing to journey through darkness. Jung introduced the concept of the shadow, the parts of ourselves we deny, repress, or fear. He taught that we cannot become whole until we confront this shadow, because what we repress doesn't just disappear, it controls us from beneath our awareness. He famously stated, "One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious." This quote reminds us that real light is born from facing the darkness within. Healing truly begins when we stop running from our pain and start listening to it. When we look within, we uncover more than just our wounds. We find depth, wisdom, and meaning. Jung described the process of individuation, which is the lifelong journey toward becoming whole, integrating both light and shadow, masculine and feminine, logic and intuition. Individuation is not about perfection, it's about completeness. It's about realizing that the divine resides in the balance of opposites. He said, "There is no coming to consciousness without pain." And indeed, self-discovery demands that we surrender comfort for truth. In our modern age of distractions, Jung's wisdom feels more relevant than ever. We scroll through endless images of other people's lives, trying to measure our worth against illusions. But Jung would tell us, everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. Every judgment, every emotion, every reaction is a mirror. The world reflects our inner landscape. When we learn to see that, the outer world becomes our greatest teacher. What we despise in others often reveals what we have not yet accepted in ourselves. Jung also believed that dreams were the language of the unconscious, messages from the deeper mind guiding us toward integration. Each symbol, each image in a dream carries wisdom, a secret whisper from the soul. To Jung, understanding our dreams wasn't superstition. It was a sacred dialogue with the self. He said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." How many times have we repeated the same patterns, fallen into the same traps, wondering why life doesn't change? Jung's answer is clear. Change begins only when we see what lies hidden within us. Beyond psychology, Jung was a philosopher of meaning. He believed that human beings are not just seeking pleasure or success, they are seeking purpose. He wrote, "Your vision will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside, dreams. Who looks inside, awakes." The modern world often teaches us to look outward, for validation, for identity, for happiness. But the journey home is inward. The moment we look inward, we awaken to a deeper intelligence, the wisdom of the soul. Jung's philosophy also offers hope in times of suffering. He said, "In all chaos, there is a cosmos. In all disorder, a secret order. This means that no matter how broken things appear, there is meaning beneath the pain. Our struggles are not meaningless. They are the crucibles in which our true selves are formed. Suffering, when understood, becomes transformation. He reminds us, "I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become." In these words lies profound empowerment, the realization that our past does not define us. We always have the power to create meaning from what we endure. Carl Jung's legacy is one of profound human insight, an invitation to see beyond the surface of things. It's a call to realize that inside every one of us exists a divine spark, a center of wisdom that waits to be recognized. His teachings are not about escaping life, but about embracing it fully, the joy and the pain, the beauty and the shadow. Because only through acceptance do we become whole. He once said, "The most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely." And yet, this is the very beginning of freedom. To accept, to forgive, and to love oneself unconditionally. For only when we know ourselves can we truly love others. So, if you ever feel lost, remember Jung's timeless message. The treasure you seek is not out there. It is buried deep within your own soul, waiting for you to awaken. The path to truth isn't about becoming someone new. It is about remembering who you already are. Carl Jung's wisdom reminds us that enlightenment is not light without darkness, but light born through darkness. It is the courage to face ourselves, to embrace the unknown, and to become whole. For the greatest journey you will ever take is the journey within. Thank you so much for joining me on this exploration of Jung's wisdom. If this resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more content that delves into the depths of the human experience. I'd love to hear your favorite Jung quote in the comments below. Until next time, take care.